How was Barcelona, Clayton?
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good. I'd say Silverstone were better in terms of what's available for fans and for viewing. With Barcelona, it's like if you're not paying for a grandstand, you don't get to see a screen, you don't get to listen to the on-track audio or anything like that. Whereas Silverstone, the screen's everywhere, the speakers everywhere, so you always know what's going on.
Where did
Where
the line get posted to?
What?
Where did the line get posted to?
Steve, if at this point you're not getting notifications for the league, what
yet,
are you doing?
It's not been posted yet, lad.
No.
But there's notifications that are a thing.
The YouTube's live, but it's not been posted on Discord yet.
No, I've got it on my phone, but not on my PC.
All I heard there was...
The thing is, the more he strokes that cat, the more he looks like the character from Austin Powers.
Anyway, get the chat up.
No, it's not yet.
Right, I need to see it out.
Geezer says good morning, good evening, lads.
Which one's the table?
Dan's posted it. Well, lads, Tom.
Who's Dead Whisper again?
I have no idea.
Oh, it was. He was in tier 2.
What's in it?
Is it Slim? Not Slim. Is it Slim or is it?
It's chicken ball.
Can't remember.
Basically, just FI everything to warm it up.
I have chicken balls.
Stop it.
We actually have hot water seasons at the moment.
Yes.
Just give it
the boilers
2 or 3 minutes there for people to join or whatever.
Maverick. There you go. Yeah. I knew I'd seen him in tier 2.
Back in a minute, Dan.
Okay, that's an ominous name. Death Whisperer.
Feel free to jump into the chat, people. Abuse Steve. We're all used to abusing Steve.
Profusely.
Yeah.
Why doesn't you Grant have to use low parry mode?
Does he think he's muted?
What?
No, I'm talking to Bryony.
Brian.
I don't think we're mumbling.
Bryony.
Brian.
Dave, you can't laugh. You're the nude cyclist.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not particularly right with it either, is there?
No, there's nothing right with it, but there's nothing legally wrong with it, except for,
It was funny.
Jealous because they lost your invitation, Kieran.
You don't have to wash anything.
Why are you trying to get into my siders, Cat?
Because dealing with you pissed is the only way people can deal with you, including the cat.
I'm just watching the tumbleweeds go past here.
Yeah, we'll give it a couple of
I mean,
minutes
I
there.
have to see Dad put some hair gel in his hair for tonight.
Fucking JJ, what a dickhead.
nice to see Dan. Nice to see Dan's put some gel in his hair tonight. Nice.
I hope he doesn't think I'm Kieran.
Okay. How can you be late even on a live stream, Steve?
Hey?
There's a delay. There's a Steve delay.
That's just
A good
regular, isn't it?
90 seconds. Steve's reaction times are like they are in the game. Everybody else, and then it's Steve at the back.
Ugh.
Tell her rate you really, Steve.
Just boring.
Season 11,
I'd rather-
and Carl still haven't reached out to us. Come on, lads.
I reckon every driver draw from here on out, you need to try at least one different beer.
LOI Colin reckons there's some brown envelopes after being passed around. I mean,
Definitely
there
not
was,
being passed my way.
Yeah. They all came to me, but it's not going to really matter because it's random.
That's why we're all going Ireland in August.
Yeah. Thanks, lads.
Jay Dennis.
Yeah, I was going to say Jay Daniels at times.
No wonder he goes by Jake with his name being Jensen.
Oh, Kieran's on the road tonight.
Yeah, they're all coming to Cork. That's why there's a break week in the calendar. You'll see it the week of the 9th of August. LOI Con saying that. You're in Clare, you're about an hour and a half away. LOI Colin is about 20 minutes away. So, yeah.
Luke's looking really frustrated.
Why Kieran isn't DNF yet? No.
I almost
Classic.
DNF'd out of life during the British touring cars yesterday. I pulled my phone out of the pocket. I went Verstappen wins and Lando second. And there's a sea of like 150 people around me that just simultaneously went, "Oh."
Yeah, that's what I was like, and I was at the track. Didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. And my dad sending me messages whenever people were pitting.
Not like Silverstone then with the big screens up.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all.
There's like two around the entirety of like Barcelona circuit, and one of them is at 7 and 8.
There's a few more than that, but they basically set up across from grandstands.
Yeah.
So if you're not paying for a grandstand, you don't get to see what's going on.
Bastards.
There's no circuit radio now. You can't hear it. Tunnel or nothing.
No, there's only speakers around where the grandstands are as well. Fuckers, man.
So basically, they do it to isolate you into buying a grandstand ticket next time you go.
Sort of. It's not like you're restricted in terms of where you can get. Like you can get on the inside of the track and everything, which you can't do at Silverstone. But you only get access to certain corners, and it's kind of restricted. But you still get some good views. Don't get me wrong. You can get them coming out of turn 3 into 4, 5. Get them coming up the hill through 7, 8 up to 9. Get them on the run down to 10. Brilliant views, but you've got to get there early if you want a good view.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like all tracks are open apart from Silverstone because people keep trying to get on the track at Silverstone.
Yeah, well, I've noticed they don't have no track safety team. They're nothing. They have the on-track marshals, and that is it. There is no one else.
Yeah, it's because the British are idiots. That's what it is.
No, it's because the Spanish will have a tomato thrown at them.
I think it's more because we've got all them retards that want to sit down in front of cars and stuff.
Exactly. Let's glue ourselves to the road.
This is getting severely off topic already.
So yeah, we'll crack on there. We got 22 in the chat, so thanks everyone for joining. Obviously, it's been a couple of weeks since the end of season 10. Good couple of weeks. Probably we usually do a 2-week break, but 3-week break suited this time around. I think with the game and the updates that came and the patches and all that. So yeah, I suppose just a brief recap on season 10. We got King Luckman taking the tier 3 title. Himself and Marshall going down to the last race. I believe it was 4 or 5 points in it. Even at that race, the championship swapped hands multiple times. Epic stuff. Tier 2, we got Super Striker, who just had a really, really, really good season. Sims Lady and Striker were very close for most of the season. I think Slim had a bit of bad luck the last kind of 3, 4, 5 races, which led to Super Striker taking it comprehensively in the end. Tier 1, we had Brugy, I think, who's the probably most deserving driver of a championship, if there's any, for the last couple of years. Always been thereabouts, and finally got it over the line again with LF going out to the last race, 4 or 5 points in it again. So that was the 3 drivers titles, driver championships. And we had the Williams team taking the constructor point, or the constructors title, and that was LF, Ashik, Wicken, Super Striker, Marshall, and Venom. So yeah, very successful season 10. We're back for season 11. We've been going for over 3 years now at this stage. 60 drivers again. So yeah, all positive. League going from strength to strength. Attendance last season was very good. So yeah, thanks for that. Just 1 point before Curly brings it up. So the way this works is we got 60 drivers in. Oh God. We got 60 drivers selected for a full-time seat. We had this discussion in the admin chat earlier about the matrix or formula of how it comes up. And I suppose, we always try to give insight to drivers as to how we work and how we run. So basically for that, there is no hard and fast rules around pots. You know the way it works at this stage. Pot 1 and pot 4 are paired together. Pot 2 and pot 3 are paired together. Pot 1 is the fastest, 4 being the slowest. And that gives us a season-long constructors battle. But the way that works is there is no matrix. I just have it in my head who should be where. I'll come up with a provisional system or provisional tiers, provisional pots. Takes around 2 hours typically. That goes to the admins. Admins will sift through it. A couple of adjustments are made, and we end up with the final draft, which is we are where we are. I will say this season is by far the most difficult. The most difficult to try and separate people out. Again, with tier 3, for example, we're finding 5 or 6 drivers there that are more than capable of driving in tier 1. 5 or 6 or 7 in tier 2. It's just the nature of the business. It's the nature of how close this league is. And if you look at qualifying last season as well, it's absolutely impossible to get everything spot on. Like, we're looking at the pots. We discussed this in the admin chat yesterday. We had them finalized. We made a few changes again today. It's just it's a constant renewal, but there's at least 1 driver on every pot, if not 2, that we're looking and saying they're capable of driving in a higher pot. It's just the nature of where we're at. We do the best we can with the drivers we have to ensure that we get 3 tiers and everyone that wants to see us capable.
Just to add to that, Dan, it's not just that you've got 1 or 2 drivers that could drive in a higher pot. You've got a couple of drivers that could potentially drive in a higher tier. But the objective is to make 3 competitive tiers that have a close championship battle, close midfield battles, close battles at the bottom. And, that's what we've done for 10 seasons now. That's why we're still here.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I suppose that's enough of people having to listen to me chat shit. Chloe reckons Steve's looks like Dr. Evil with the cat. I could think of a few other things, but.
I said
so
the
look,
same thing about 20 minutes ago.
So yeah, look, we'll crack on. So again, 99% of drivers have been here long enough to know how this works. A fair chunk of them have been here with 5 or 6 seasons, and a fair chunk of them have been here since season 1. So just for anyone that doesn't know, we got 4 pots based off of pace. That's not necessarily outright pace, and you know it's race pace as well, amongst other things. You know, people that might be fast but tend to get caught up in things. So pot 1 is the fastest, pot 4 is the slowest. They're paired together. Pot 2 and 3 is the midfield, as you call it. And obviously every team then has 6 drivers. So 2 from tier 3, 2 from tier 2, and 2 from tier 1. And that makes up the team. Got 26 on the stream as well, so great to see. So we will start off with tier 3, as my phone is making my already shiny head shiny. So I'll do a job on that. So tier 3,
it's on day mode or light mode, and it looks like a burnt sun or collapsed sun.
No, that's Clayton.
Tier 3, for pot 1, we've got North Pack calling that out. Pot 2 is Luke. Pot 3 is Steve. Pot 4 is Kieran. And myself on Constructors. And then pots break down. So pot 1, we got Marshall, Airways, Captain Nibs, Bobo, and Scotty. Tier 2, or pot 2, we got Gainful, Teabag, Chip, Full Send Dave, and Harvey. Pot 3, we got Jimmy, Curly, Anderson, North Pack, and Ninja. Pot 4, we got Osso, Geezer, Steve, Captain Hindsight, and Clay. So if you want to crack on with that, you can.
Oh, so pot 1, we have Bobo.
And then we have Claymore.
Okay.
Oh,
He's not used to being drawn this early.
God, I'm normally one at last.
You're like, right, I'm gone.
What card do you want? What card do you want?
What card do you want, Clay?
Hold on. Let me send you some money first.
Let me send him some more.
So
This is why you use a LAN cable.
RB.
Cash up.
Giant car, but all right.
2 now, yeah?
Yeah.
Pot 2. Right. First driver out of pot 2 is Harvey.
And then out of pot 3 will be Ninja.
Oh, please let him get the mark.
Harvey and Ninja. Oh my god. And this is so wrong, lad. Honestly.
You know what? I even said earlier that he's got like a 72% chance of getting it. He's had it, what, 8 out of 11 seasons.
So,
Pot 1. Pot 1, we have Nibs. Oh.
And he will be with everybody's like third favorite Irishman, Captain Hindsight.
And they will be in. Red Bull.
Thank Christ that's gone already.
Next driver out of pot 2. No. Fulton Dave.
And Fulton Dave will be partnering Mr. Anderson.
And they will be in. Williams.
Third driver out of pot 1 is Scotty.
And he will be partnered up with our very own CDR Snorlax.
Oh,
Big
great. Two whinge bags into one team.
I'm glad I'm
And
not
they
in
will
that
be
team,
in.
Jack.
Scott,
They will
will
be
kick your ass.
Is it the
Yes.
Haas?
I don't
Steve
mind
looks
being
happy.
that.
Haas is fine. Had it last season. It's fine.
You got an
Pretty
excuse,
sure
Yes,
Steve.
Curly. Yes, Curly, you're in pot 3. You heard it right.
All right, pot 2. T-Bag.
And he will be with No Pack.
What are we driving?
You all seem too happy with that.
Who's the first one?
Me.
Teabag and North. Sorry, Teabag. They will be in the Kick Sauber Steak F1 team. Sauber. Soon to be Audi. Whatever
Green.
you want to call them.
Soon to be what?
Audi.
He said
Audi.
Audi.
He's Irish, leave him alone.
I did say Audi.
Audi.
Ah, fuck you.
Right.
There goes the street.
Next one out of there is Marshall.
Partnered up with Pain Saves.
They will be in the Alpine.
Doesn't sound like a bag of nails this season, so it's not too bad.
Nice. I like the LP.
Damn it. All right.
Stop shit,
Next
you've not
driver out of pot. Next driver out of pot 2 is Gainful.
And he will be with
Oh, Rush.
the oldest man of the league, Curly Whirly.
Game for Curly.
Who's the first one? Curly.
Gainful.
Gainful and Curly. They will be in the Ferrari.
Gainful taking a two-tiered motion and still ends up in a Ferrari.
So the last one out of pot 1 is Airways.
And he will be partnered up with also
And they will be in the McLaren.
Also, I was going to get sick of seeing that McLaren. He was in it last season.
Yeah.
Last one out of my pot. Chip Hazard.
And
Chip
he is
Whip.
going to be with Jimmy.
Sorry, Jimmy. Oh, actually, they're buddies. They'll be delighted with that.
Yeah, I was with Hazard last year. He's done really well.
Aston Martin. Jimmy and Wimmy in the Aston Martin. Epic. So that is
strong.
Tier 3 done and dusted. We've got Chip Hazard and Jimmy in the Aston Martin, Scotty and Steve in the Haas, Gainful and Curly in the Ferrari, Teabag and Northpack in the Kick, Captain Hindsight and Captain Nibs in the RB Red Bulls. The Red Bulls.
The Visa Cash at RB.
No, they're not in that because that's what I'm in.
You got Fulson, Dave and Anderson in the Williams, Marshall and Point Size Geezer in the Alpine, Airways and Osso in the McLaren, Harvey and Ninja in the Mercedes, Bobo and Clay in the RBs.
There we go.
So, yeah. Some interesting teams there, for sure. No doubt. 29 on the chat as well. Good stuff, guys. Thanks a million. Feel free to abuse us. We love it, really. And we won't talk about Ginny Abbott in chat. I promise. Tier 2. So for Tier 2, we have Northpack for pot 1, Clay for pot 2, Steve for pot 3, and myself for pot 4. And Luke for the Constructors.
Okay, I'm going to go for a spot while we do this then. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Bye back.
So yeah, Tier 2, pot 1. We got the Plevanch, whatever we want to call him. Kiani. We got Wookie, the Moan, SDRS Racing, and Slim Slady. Pot 2, we got Jay Dennis, King Luckman, who can't be here because he got sunstroke, unfortunately. Wiccan, Kieran, and Maverick. Pot 3, we got Bacardi, Flicks, Jack Whittle, Tenor, and Costa. Pot 4, we got Chill Dave, Wire Huntsman, Cavlis, Carl, and Mechanical. So yeah, that's that.
Let's go.
If we want to crack on, what am I?
Pot 1. So we have first out Slim Slady.
First driver from pot 4. Is Carl.
And they will be in Aston Martin.
First one out of pot 2 is Jay Dennis.
And he will be with Costa.
Jay Dennis and Costa will drive the McLaren.
Second driver out of pot 1 is the Wookie.
I had to. Wookie will be wet. Cavaliers.
I just want to know how many times Dan's folded these pieces of paper up. It takes him a while to open them.
Wookie and Cavalis will be in the Williams.
No.
In the Williams, sorry.
Yeah.
Next one out of pot 2 is Luckman.
Luckman will be with
Freezing.
Flicks. Flicks.
There's plenty.
Luckman and
Just-
Luckman and
Second,
Flicks will be in the Haas.
One second.
Hey, Luckman. Hey.
The stream stalled there. So who was that? King Luckman and Flicks
Yeah, King Luckman and Flicks in the Haas.
in the
Come on,
house.
Luckman.
Oh, Daniel getting that Haas.
Right. Next one out.
No.
Next one out of pot 1 is Canini.
Gianni.
Chiani.
Meanie.
I thought he
Canini.
said fucking Panini.
Panini. Chiani.
Nini.
And Panini will be with.
Ah, it's the LAN cable, ain't it?
Yeah.
Mechanical. Sorry, Panini.
Who's that?
Do that again. We didn't see it though. It froze. Damn.
Mechanical.
Mechanical. Sorry, yeah.
Okay. So Panini and Mechanical will be
Oh, I can't get
in
stuff these days.
the Stake F1 Kick Sauber, whatever. Audi.
One out of pot 2 is Wicken.
Wickham will be with. Oh, dear God. Bacardi.
Oh, you could have drawn me with Bacardi.
Oi, Bumboy.
Wicken
know who
and
said that.
Bacardi will be in the Visa RB Junior Red Bull team.
Come on.
That's
Last one,
strong.
Clay.
Barclay.
Hey.
Carried to another constructors.
Mr.
Not the first
Plavanch.
time.
And Plevanch will be with Warrior Huntsman.
And they shall drive the Mercedes. Wait, hold on, is it? Yeah. Held it with the back to me, so I didn't know.
Next out of pot 2 is
Still on
someone I'm starting to realise is one of the biggest dickheads in tier 2. It's Maverick.
That could have gone towards me.
Yeah, sit down, you. You're
Never.
one of the biggest dickheads in league, not the tier.
And Maverick will be. Order, please. Maverick will be with. Tenor.
All right. They will drive
Give them that Red Bull again.
Red Bull.
Oh!
Wait, what? Did he not want it? Or
Oh, we were teammates in it last season. He was saying I'd get it.
Right,
Oh,
last one out of
that money's
pot
just
1.
come through, Clay.
Last
Nice
drive
one.
out of pot 1. SDRS.
And SDRS will be with Chill Dave.
And they will be in the Ferrari.
Next.
Last driver out of pot 2.
Always pick last. Hey.
Yeah, no one worth mentioning, to be honest. It's Kieran.
Yeah, not worth mentioning. And I feel so sorry for this guy because he's quite a good guy, but he's with Jack.
I feel sorry
So,
for
Jack-
Kieran because he's got the Alpine.
Could be worse.
no matter what he drives, he's going to end up in the wall.
So that's tier 2. In the Aston Martin, we have Sims Lady and Carl. In the Haas, we have Luckman and Flicks. In the Ferrari, we have SDRS and Chill Dave. In the Kick Sauber, we have Kiani and Mechanical. In the Red Bull, we've Maverick and Tenor. In the Williams, we've got Wookie and Cavlis. In the Alpine, we've got Kieran and Jack Whittle. In the McLaren, we have Jay Dennis and Costa. In the Mercedes, we have the Plevanch, and Warrior Huntsman. And in the RBs, we have Wicken and Bacardi. As I'm being abused on Discord, feel free to abuse me on stream as well. So yeah, that's it for tier 2. So tier 1, we have Luke calling out part 1. We have myself calling out part 2. We've got Clay on part 3. We've got Kieran on part 4, and we've got North on Constructors. And in them pots, we have got part 1 is Pink, Rick Mastrick, LF Racing, LOI Colin, and Brugy. Part 2, we've got Ducks, Super Striker, JJ Trim, Adam Lindberg, and VDV Ali. In Pot 3, we've got LOI Khan, Albi, Ashik, Toby, and King Panda. In Pot 4, we've got myself, Kane Lowry, Barkman Du, and Oni, and Luke. So if you want to crack on. Actually, you've got to wait 1 second, I've been told. My PA has said 1 second.
I've stuck in my tracks.
Will you come on?
I hope you get a slap for that.
That was a joke, obviously.
Obviously.
Are we good to go or?
Good to go.
He just
What's
needed
that?
a refreshment.
Plus
All right.
2.
First driver out of pot 1 then is LOI Colin.
Can't make this up. Dan.
I'm happy with that.
Right, Dan. What card you want, Dan? Oh, for fuck's sake. Sauber.
Oh, fucking hell, Mechanical.
And me.
And that prick North Pack. Oh, God. And Teabag. I'm gone. I'm done.
You'll be pot 5 next season.
Hopefully. Ferrari PU. Sorry, I'm on pot 2. Pot 2, first driver out is Super Striker.
He'll be with the other Irish prick, LOI Con.
And they will be driving the Mercedes.
At least Baby Dan's got somebody to help him out and carry him.
Right. Next driver at pot 1. LF Racing.
And out of pot 4, Luke.
And they will be in the Aston Martin. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Who has an Aston?
I don't know why Steve's trying to catfish us now on this call.
Hey?
It's a 1979 Steve, that is. Next guy out of pot 2, Adam Lindbergh.
Adam will be with Ashik.
And they will be driving the Ferrari.
Fancy labels.
Next driver at pot 1. The Tier 1 champion, Bruges.
Partnered up with King Lowry.
Well, I'll take Bruges as a teammate again.
No,
I'd say
go on,
Bruges
get your
and King
hats.
Lowry.
Come on, Hats.
Haas.
Yes.
Steve, you don't deserve to be that lucky.
No, Steve's going to ruin Bruges.
Bruges is going to leave after round 4 saying Steve is the reason.
Next driver out of pot 2, VDV.
And he'll be with
Partner Kieran.
Albie.
And they'll be driving in
Something you want to stay away from.
the Alpine.
So the Tier 1 Alpines are just going to crash into each other like the real life Alpines. Fantastic.
Right. Next driver out of pot 1 is the returning Tier 1. Yeah, just returning Tier 1 driver. Pink Eye. He ain't no champion no more.
And here gets Bach Mandu.
He ain't nothing.
And those lads will be driving in
Pink and who?
Back.
Back window.
the McLaren.
Bach's back in McLaren for a second season too.
The next driver out of pot 2 is Ducks.
Quack, quack.
You have no idea what we have to deal with on a daily basis or a 3 to 5 working days basis.
And he'll be with Toby.
Even JJ said, for fuck's sake.
Lads, they'll be driving in the Red Bull.
Oh no, is JJ looking at getting a Visa Cash App? RB. Is that what he's
I
on
think
about?
he is, but
I hope not, because then he's
Last-
my teammate.
last
I've had him
driver out
before, I
of
don't
pot,
want him again.
Kobe
last
Williams.
driver out of pot 1 is Rick.
And out of pot 4 to Donis. Donny.
Who?
Right, what the fuck does this say?
I'm Donis.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We got it.
And he'll be in the Williams.
Oh, JJ. God.
I've got JJ.
That's at
I've
the
got
end of it.
JJ.
Somehow I get the blame for this. Last driver out of pot 2 is JJ, who may or may not be in the Visa Cash App.
And he'll be with King Panda.
That's a decent partnership, in fairness.
And the remaining RB.
So that's it for tier 1. We got LF and Luke in the Aston Martin. We got Kane Lowry and Bruges in the Haas. Adam Lindbergh and Ashik in the Ferrari. LOI Colin and myself in the Kick. Dux and Toby in the Red Bull. Rick and Andoni and Dennis, whatever his name is, in the Williams. Ali and Albi in the Alpine. Pink Eye and Bark in the McLaren. Super Striker and Con in the Mercedes. And a very, 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 very happy JJ Trim and King Panda in the V-Carb. So I'll just recap the teams in full. In the Aston Martin, we've got Chip Hazard, Jimmy, Slim Slady, Carl, LF, and Luke. In the Haas, we've got Scotty, Steve, King Luckman, Flicks, Kane Lowry, and Brugi. In the Ferrari, we've got Gainful, Curly, SDRS, Chill Dave, Adam Lindbergh, and Ashik. In the Kick, we've got T-Bag, who needs to go back on pad with full TC. North Pack, Kiani, Mechanical, LOI Colin, and myself. In the Red Bull, we've got Captain Nibs, Captain Hindsight, Maverick, Tenor, Dux, and Toby. In the Williams, we've got Full Send Dave, Anderson, Wookie, Cavalis, Rick Mastrix, and Andoni. In the Alpine, we've got Marshall, Point Size Geezer, Kieran, Jack Whittle, Ali, and Albi. In the McLaren, we have Airways, Osso Basso, J. Dennis, Costa, Pink Eye, and Bark Mandu. In the Mercedes, we have Harvey, Ninja, Plevanch, Warrior Huntsman, Super Striker, and Khan. And in the RBs, we've got Bobo, Claymore, Wicken, Bacardi, JJ, and King Panda.
Come on.
That's pretty.
And JJ
Pretty
said
easy.
9 years of driving the same shit. 9 seasons, not 9 years.
It's,
Well, yeah,
it's
I'm not going to lie.
To me,
I
it
hope this
feels
is his
like
best
9
fucking
years.
season because I've not been impressed in any of previous.
So yeah, that's it. We're done. A couple of very strong teams there. I think it'll be a good season.
It always is. We always do this at the end of the driver draw. We pick, a team that we think strong, and then, to be honest, the team out of nowhere surprises you.
I think last season was the one time we got it right and we actually said Williams.
Yeah, they look strong, but wasn't easy. And that's the thing with, how the pots are put together, all credit goes to Dan for that originally, but how them pots are put together, the constructors kept so close. You can't pick between them, to be honest. A couple of teams there you might look at thinking they may be the weaker team, but they're consistent, and that's why they were they are. And 10 races in, it might all change.
I suppose that's the thing. And look, the way we do this and the way the pots are picked is there's some drivers in tiers where a championship isn't possible, so the constructors is the next best possible thing. And the whole idea of this is just to keep it as tight as possible. And the constructors has done that. It's gone down to the last couple of races every season, more or less. So yeah, happy days. Anyone else have anything to add, bar Steve, who says something stupid?
Yeah, have you mentioned about the warnings for this season yet or not?
So yeah, look, with it being a new game, the warnings have been reset, bar the Discord warnings. I think everybody's well aware you only get one of them, then you get the door. So yeah, warnings have been reset. There is a couple we have our eye on that, so just be careful. Look, that's all we're looking for is clean racing, you know. It's the epitome of what we stand for, the league values. It's all about, you know, hard racing, fine, but clean is number one. And I suppose as you know, with the new game as well, and quite a few changes in the tiers, just get to know who you're racing with. You know, some guys you can go harder with, some guys you'll have to be careful, some guys you have to go easy with. You'll farm them bands on track and work from there, but we would definitely like to see less workload on the shores this season, for sure. So yeah, that's it for me anyway. Unless anyone has anything to add.
So get your 5 reports out of the way on round 1 so we can NFA everything for the rest of the season.
That's also fully acceptable. Yeah.
Well then.
Yep.
Yep.
Okie dokie.